Hello, my name is Daniel Collier and I am a fitness professional, and I'm here to talk to you about the ongoing and much upcoming threat of staph infection and Mrsa amongst those who work in the community and also those who have had family members and different people experience these infections that do not seem to be able to be cured by antibiotics. And I'm here to give you some answers about how to do that through natural means and through ways that may speed the process along. Your body can get rid of this despite what some of the doctors may be telling you. And this is based off of results from people explaining using different naturopathic remedies to do that, things that have been used for thousands of years. So our topic today is staph infection and Mrsa, which is a type of staph infection. There's both Mrsa that's acquired in the hospitals and also a community-acquired Mrsa, which is a much more virulent type of staph infection that is very difficult for people to get rid of. And the problem being that there's a lot of sports teams, there's a lot of fitness people now who are coming in contact with this and becoming carriers for a while before they actually get sick. And the reason that I'm telling you about it is because I actually acquired it and ended up with a boil on my leg, and I thought it was a spider bite. And come to find out, I had actually gotten community-acquired Mrsa from a gym. So I'm on location at the Fit-Jitsu studio today, and I'm going to be talking to you about some things to do if someone you know has acquired a staph infection from somewhere, from hospital, from who knows where, going to a grocery store or from the gym. So several months ago I woke up in my bed one morning and I thought I had a spider bite. I reached down on my leg and it was just a little bump there, and I reached down to touch it and thought, I was like, man, a spider bit me in my bed. But come to find out, it started getting a little worse. I went to the doctor. I'm like, hey, can I get some anti-venom or something like that? A spider bit me. And they weren't quite sure what it was, but I was totally unfamiliar with anything about Mrsa or staph infection. I never in the world thought that this was as big a problem as it is. And what I'm finding out now, everyone I ask seems like they know someone who has gotten a staph infection from somewhere or now been infected by Mrsa. And I believe from my research now that it is becoming epidemic, and the medical community knows that they don't have antibiotics that are going to eradicate it, and they're pretty much keeping it silent. Probably the pharmaceutical companies, like anything else, like cancer and things like that, they're going to make a tremendous amount of money off of giving people antibiotics, and it'll probably keep reoccurring and keep moving throughout the community, and you know, millions, billions of dollars to be made on it. And that's why you're probably not hearing about the natural cures that I have discovered that people have been talking about, saying, hey, I had Mrsa for 2 years and these painful boils or these problems, and then they went away. So I myself, I went to the hospital to get my boil lanced, thinking, you know, oh, I gotta get rid of this and then I ended up in the hospital for 6 days. And while I was there were things that the doctors could have done that probably would have got me out of the hospital in a day. They didn't tell me about certain things you need to know about to eradicate this off your body and out of your bloodstream. And I'm going to tell you about how I came across the answers to this. It was painstaking research on the internet, because the internet is full of things that are beneficial and also full of stuff that's just plain crud. So that's why I created this this health site, so that you can know what to do. So my name is Daniel. I've been in the fitness professional field for over 25 years. I owned a martial arts school. I owned my own gym. I've been teaching health and fitness types of things for years. And this Mrsa problem, this staph infection thing, has become a very serious issue. Even some sports facilities at high schools and college, they've had to completely shut down their teams because of spread of infection of these types of bacteria. And I myself, after contracting it, I knew then that somebody needed to get some information out there to help, or this is going to become an epidemic that will be unstoppable at some point in time. And everyone needs to know what to do to protect themselves. And there are absolutely natural ingredients. There are different types of products that have been around for thousands of years that hundreds of people have reported as eradicating these staph infections and curing themselves after long-term use of antibiotics didn't work. Yes, from what I've been studying, over 85% of all the people that go to the emergency room now for any type of skin problems, it's turning out that it's some type of staph infection or Mrsa, and that's a big problem. I would say that's on epidemic level. When I had left the hospital, I was pretty sure that was the end of it. Things had started to clear up. They had lanced my leg, and I was left with a pretty nasty scar, and went home, finished up the round of antibiotics they told me. I started feeling better, went back to doing fitness stuff like I always did, and then about a month later, suddenly another one appeared, and I was absolutely horrified. And this is pretty much when I started doing the bulk of my research, because I knew then whatever the doctors had been giving me, whatever treatment plans they have been doing, they were only a temporary fix. And I asked the doctor, I said, you know, what's going on with this? I've taken the strongest antibiotics there are. Why has this come back? And he said, well, you know, chances are you'll never get rid of it. Well, that's coming from the medical community, and that's coming down from the pharmaceutical companies, and of course they don't want you to get rid of sicknesses. They like you to maintain them, and I wanted to get rid of it, so I did a lot of research, and I found ways natural ways, inexpensive ways to eradicate this problem. Yes, there is absolutely a $5 item that you can buy at the grocery store that people have reported who've had staph infection or Mrsa, both on treating their boils that they have, and also internally getting rid of it, that cost less than $5. And nobody's really ever heard of it. Going to the doctors, they don't tell you about it. And you know, it will save you thousands of dollars and just purchasing this $5 item. I also found supplements derived from plants that have been shown to completely kill all bacteria, whereas things I've studied about the antibiotics that are given, the bacteria can actually find ways to mutate and then become stronger, and that's why people who keep using antibiotics and these bacteria mutate and then come back, eventually they can run the risk of the type of staph infection they have, or the Mrsa infection, actually becoming completely resistant to all antibiotics, and that's when you have a very bad type of superbug. So yes, seriously, you need to know how to eat, you need to know what to eat to overcome this problem, because your food intake and the types of things you're eating is extremely important. It can make the difference between if you're doing some of these natural remedies and then you're still, let's say, like consuming alcohol on a regular basis. You're probably not going to get rid of your infection, and it will return because you're always compromising your immune system. And if you're drinking lots of soda, you're consuming huge amounts of sugar. And also things like one soda can stop your immune system from functioning properly for up to 5 hours. So the information that I have compiled, it's almost essential that everybody, not just somebody with MRSA or with staph infection, but everybody needs to know it if they go any public place anymore, about how to clean and how to keep yourself protected, because I think it's just going to keep getting worse. Yeah, so I'm feeling better than I've felt literally in years. I'm 45 years old now, and everybody thinks I'm 32, 33 years old. I'm in great shape. I'm instructing classes, I'm teaching fitness. I've got people, you know, from teenagers to, you know, 25-year-olds and stuff going, man, how do I get in shape like that, you know? And this particular diet that I share with you, and the information about health and wellness and protecting yourself, because even if you are looking like you're staying in shape, it doesn't mean internally you're in shape. So I really think that this will benefit you greatly. I'm so glad to be sharing it with you. And the only thing I ask, I have some tremendous medical bills from my 6-day stay in the hospital, along with some other stuff, trying to eradicate it the medical way. And I ask for you just for a small donation to help me out with that. And in return, I'm going to provide you information that will save you literally thousands of dollars and help keep your friends and family healthy and hopefully get you in shape. So thanks for visiting this website. You also can check out our information and some of the fitness stuff at fitjitsu.net. I'm so glad to be sharing with you, and thank you very much.